I had to bring it back around because I know some stuff.
Yeah.
What are they doing next year, Ashton?
Man, I'm saying 6 seed. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Wait. What seed? Hold on.
6 seed. 6 seed.
Flannel Sam, come on, bro. Look, 6 seed for these Pistons, man. And Cade Cunningham was doing work. You know what I was seeing across all the social media? That this man has already ascended. He is now on superstar status, and that there was absolutely nothing that the Hawks could do to stop him, man.
Absolutely nothing. You know, I might have to rethink my whole take that Cade Cunningham might not be the starter of the All-Star game. I'm thinking maybe he should, with the way he played at Houston, way he played at Atlanta. Nice little passing of the torch because he's already better than Trae Young.
Already, man. And when we started to ponder some of these things a couple years ago, people called us crazy. And you know what, man? Shout out to this Pistons team. There's so many people we're going to talk about today. You know what, JB Smooth? Let's start this thing, man. What up, though, people? It's not the Woodward Heavyweights.
It's not the Woodward Heavyweights. Wait a minute.
Welcome to Wake Up Woodward, man. We appreciate you guys for choosing to kick off your day with the Wood Crew. It's your boy, Brandon Dent, a.k.a. Detroit Kool-Aid, your credentialed Pistons reporter and writer for the network. Hey, another ball knower, Flannel Sam right here, Red Wings correspondent, all sports knower. Brother, the Pistons, you talk about another narrative game for many different reasons. The 6th seed, you get the Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham making another all-star type statement.
Yeah.
And then when you talk about point guards in the East and point guards in the NBA, it's starting to seem like Cade Cunningham is taking these matchups a little bit more personal.
I was about to say, I said it yesterday, and it's kind of a personal vendetta. I don't like the Hawks. I don't like Trae Young. Never have, never will. And I do think that Cade Cunningham, even though he's obviously hasn't proven as much as Trae Young, is having a much better season, is a much better type of player. I like him moving forward as somebody that you can win a championship with more than a Trae Young. And last night, Cade Cunningham badly outplayed Trae Young. Was it all Trae Young's fault the Hawks lost? No, not necessarily. I mean, Bogdanovich and DeAndre Hunter were Duke booty as well. But hey, we got to give guys like Asar Thompson some credit for that. You know,
Bro,
he played great perimeter defense.
People were highlighting on some of those possessions how Asar Thompson was defending everybody. On every pick and roll, it was switch. And the reason why they kept switching is because Asar kept stopping all of them. And it was a fantastic possession because it's highlighting really the growth of this young team. And you said something, too, about when you look at Trae Young and you look at Cade Cunningham, this ability or inability to win a championship or be able to build a championship team around one of them. And it honestly, it brings to mind of the clip of Lou Will and Rajon Rondo talking. Did you see this one?
I did.
Talking about which young guard. I do have that one with JB. You know what? Let's just play that one right now, man. Let's just play that one right now if you have it ready.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Yeah, definitely.
Your coaches had on for me for a second. So if you can pick one of these young guards that's close as possible to a pure point guard, which one of these young guys would you build your team around?
You say young guy.
Well, give me a pure point guard, anything.
No, I got you. Okay, young guy. A young guy. I got to go with young. I mean, there's a lot of great young talent. I mean, obviously you can't.
It's not a lot of pure
Can't
point guards
understand
out there. A lot of these point guards now, hybrids. They really scoring guards.
Pure
Like, I
point
love
guard.
Cade
Yeah,
Cunningham, but
Cade Cunningham,
Like I said, so
Halliburton's
I
kind of
feel
a pure point guard type.
Yeah, I feel like if I can get a Cade to understand how to manage the game, because again, he's the 3-level scorer. He can manipulate the game on both ends of the floor. So for me, if I can get my hands on a Cade Cunningham, JB's done a hell of a job down there in the year he's in now, but I think he could become that one type of point guard. Like I said, it's only a couple of tweaks, and then it's about personnel. Because again, if he has to be the man and he has to get 30, then that's what he has to do. But then if he had maybe 2 more superstars in the game, he wouldn't have to manage and go get 30 every night.
absolutely.
And you look at Maxey, Brunson, Merton. These guys are all pretty much score first. Guard, Dame Lillard.
But like you said, that's what's needed.
right.
That's what's needed with the positions that they in.
Hey, so Flannel, it's not just you. I love the smile, but it's also NBA players
Yeah.
who feel the exact same thing. And it's like, you know what? When I heard that, it was interesting that Rajon Rondo, one of the best facilitators the NBA has seen, he said, you know what? Yes, he can get the 30. That's what's needed. And that's something we've talked about. Like, look, bro, if it's needed, go out there and get it until they put a little bit more around him. But when he needs to facilitate, he can also do that too. And I do believe games like last night and where this team is trending to is going to continue. Really, to be the reason why I say this guy is not just a star but a superstar. I believe All-NBA is in his future this season. In the beginning clip, shout out to Ashton, the trainer. He was asking for the 6th seed video. We had to get it. The first time he said it, it was right here in these studios, actually in Studio B, but it was right here at Woodward Sports, man. So shout out to them as well.
Yeah, and I think that the Pistons will hold on to this 6th seed. I understand that there's still a lot of season left. I mean, the All-Star break hasn't even happened yet, but I like how this Pistons team is trending a little bit better than the Hawks. And I understand that the Hawks, they've got some other talented players like DeAndre Hunter, like I said, who despite last night is having a heck of a year. Jalen Johnson as well. You know, obviously they still got Clint Capella. But I think when you look at the top player on both teams, I like CADE moving forward, and even right now, a lot more than a Trae Young, because Cade Cunningham, first of all, he's bigger, and that plays a huge role in the NBA. He's 6'8", he can see the whole court, he can pass, he can score at all 3 levels, as Rajon Rondo is eloquently alluded to in that video. His basketball IQ is off the charts. He's getting more experience playing in big games, and when it comes to Trae, kind of toil in that 6 to 10 seed range, and hopefully the Pistons can even elevate more as they continue to develop their younger players and continue to maybe make some splashes.
Hey, you know what? I see you, Dante151, 199 super chat. No Lions talk. No. Just Pistons talk all day. Listen, we got to talk AG as well. We got to talk Lions press conference as well. But you know what? I see you in the chat. Ashton, the trainer, is in the chat. Shout out to you, Rank Management, Coach Jay, Cannon, and all you guys, man, who took chances repeatedly on us and continued to support us. We appreciate you guys. And to be able to see this happening right now for a guy like Cade Cunningham, who continued to reiterate, I want to have success in the NBA, and I want to be able to have it right here in Detroit. That's really the makeup that I'm seeing of this squad. Remember, even the 3 free agents, no matter how you feel about one of them, Chase, all 3 of them have ties to here. All 3 of them want to be here. And Jaden Ivey even too, I can't wait till he's back and being able to enjoy and contribute to the success that they're having. But they want to be here. They want to get it this way. They want it to be, you know what, we know we've proven it. We know we've taken it from everybody. And that's what we see from the Detroit Pistons right now. That's
what we see from them. And the best thing about last night too is you also looked at, and this is just this game, you look at the Hawks, and a lot of that was because of what the Pistons were able to do defensively, because of guys like Asar Thompson and even Isaiah Stewart, who had a major impact on a game where he only scored 2 points by grabbing 12 rebounds and three blocks. You saw a lot of Hawks, you know, supplementary pieces struggle last night. You saw DeAndre Hunter have one of his worst games of the season. You saw Bogdan Bogdanović, who's a damn good role player, go 0 You saw Jalen Johnson get 17 points, but on 21 shots. With the Pistons, it was different. With the Pistons, you saw Simone Fontecchio even, welcome to the season, had a really good first half. I saw your text,
what
JB,
happened?
where it's like Simone Fontecchio is one of their leading scorers last night. Hell is frozen over. Well, that water found its level in the second half, but still, Malik Beasley continued to do what he's done. 19 points, 5 of 11 from 3. I mentioned Isaiah Stewart. Jalen Duren with yet another double-double. Asar Thompson, in a lot of ways, dominated that game from start to finish on both ends of the ball. It was just Cade and his supplementary pieces showed up, and Trae Young and his did not last night. Except for like a Dyson Daniels, he was good. But still, overall, the Pistons looked like the better team, the better roster, the more talent, the better star, and you just love to see it.
Offensively, I saw Dyson Daniels. Did anybody see him defensively?
Fair.
I was told he was the CADE stopper.
Fair.
That's what I was told. But you know what? I'm starting to hear this more and more. And there was, in that opening clip, there was some tweets from across the social webs, both locally and other areas, other people, especially from Atlanta area. And they were like, guys, this dude does look like a legit superstar. Effectively, the flashes that people have seen over the last, few years of his career, I think it's just now starting to hit home. And obviously, it's like we've all said, when you win, you will get that type of attention. You will get people to tip the cap as well. So that's what we're seeing right now. And people are now looking at Cade Cunningham and realizing it's crazy to see the conversation go from, man, is he an all-star to, is he an all-star starter to, man, is he all-NBA? To now people saying, should he be in the MVP conversation, man?
I mean, He's not going to win it, obviously, but if they stay at the 6th seed, but what if they, and I don't think they're going to do this, by the way, I said it yesterday, but what if they can maybe pass the Indiana Pacers and get the 5 seed? What if Cade Cunningham continues
They're a game and a half behind.
I mean, it's within reach. What if the Detroit Pistons continue to win? What if Cade Cunningham continues to even be better than he has been up to this point of the season? Then you absolutely have to put Cade Cunningham in the conversation. Obviously, he's not going to get it over like a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or a Nikola Jokic or even like, I don't know, a Jason Tatum or somebody like that. But could he be top 5? Could he get some votes? Could he be 6, 7 in MVP conversations? Could he be looked at as a player who had a top 10 season this year? Abso-freaking-lutely he can.
You know what I can tell you? He's going to be on everybody's futures list. When they start doing all of the future MVPs from those classes of this, that, and the other that they've consistently left them off of, those lists are going to look really, really dumb, the ones from the past, because you have to immediately put them on those lists. And I do agree with you. I believe he's going to be a guy that we see get some type of top 10 conversation when you talk about MVP if the Pistons maintain this level of play throughout the rest of the season and they snag an actual playoff spot. You're telling me that he's gone beyond everyone's preseason expectations, then yes, that means that this guy has done a lot to elevate, because it means how much faith did they put into some of these players? When you see, now you give Cade some marginal shooters, and really good shooters. When you talk about Malik Beasley and the heaters that Tim Hardaway can go on, this is exactly what we all thought was going to happen. I know when Ashton first said 6th seed the first time, it was when they brought in those types of acquisitions, but they just couldn't be on the court together, and it stunted their development. And one thing, the reason why, excuse me, I too believe this 6th seed is going to stick is because of something we've been saying all season. Even before the Pistons really started to hit their stride, the one thing we kept saying is this. This Pistons team is more stable than a lot of the other teams they're going to be competing for in the play-in or for that last spot in the regular playoffs, that 6th seed. The Atlanta Hawks, the Miami Heat, the Chicago Bulls, the Philadelphia 76ers, the Brooklyn Nets, Charlotte, there's going to be trades galore, and some of them are for their top people. The last 2 trade deadlines, Trae Young has come up at the in rumors and such. You talk about what's going on with the Heat right now in Orlando. I really like Franz and Paolo, but if those guys can't stay on the court and if they still got minute restrictions and Jalen Suggs can't really be as effective, the Pistons have a really good chance. Because when we first said this, the Magic were in 4th place and the Pistons were in 7th. Now the Pistons are in 6th and the Magic are in 8th.
If they pass the Magic. I don't even want to think about that right now because I still don't think it's going to happen, but you're looking at they've had some injuries this year. They're getting a little bit healthier, but do you know who's not coming back for them? Mo Wagner, who, of course, he's not as important as Franz, Paolo, and Jalen Suggs, but Mo Wagner is a heck of a player, and he's very important to them, and he's going to be gone for the season. We shall see. And I saw in the, I haven't seen this poll, but Chuck Brewer says that Cade Cunningham is 6th in the MVP poll right now, and I actually think that's a pretty good spot for him. I think he has the narrative on his side because you look at this roster. We know what some of these guys can do. We know about Asar Thompson. We know how good Malik Beasley has been. But when you just look at some of the names, a lot of people who are tapped into the NBA but don't really follow the Pistons will look at this as Cade Cunningham is carrying a roster that a lot of other stars don't have, and that's actually true. But I think their roster is better than people think.
Pretty good ball players, man.
Absolutely, it's better than people think that it is. But in terms of MVP narrative, I think Cade Cunningham has that on his side. He doesn't have a second star.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm so glad that Jalen Duren has his development staff right now, and that a rookie like Ron Holland doesn't have to enter this organization and face all of the pressure that Asar Thompson did his first season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it just allows Ron Holland to be able to be a rookie, to go in there and just give us 100% with your minutes, whether it's 5 or whether it's 15. And I love what he's bringing to the table, especially defensively. He told us when we were able to speak to him this offseason, hey, what's something that you know will translate day one? He said, my defense. He didn't even hesitate. He said, my defense will be there. Then he's like, my effort, my hustle, and whatever they'll give me on offense. And I love that about him. He said, you know, whether I get the minutes or whether I don't, I'm going to make sure I'm going all the way for my teammates. That's what this team is. So from the top player, Cade Cunningham, to guys like Ron Holland and even Bobby Klintman, who's trying to get back, because I got the opportunity to speak to him, this is the identity, man. So shout out to JB Bickerstaff, Shout out to this squad. Shout out to even like their fam that's around them. Seeing like Ashton and Cannon, those guys at the home games. Seeing Tim Hardaway Sr. at these games. Seeing their family and their friends showing up. Man, even Lindsey and Caleb Hunter, man, they're out at these games, man, and it's just a festive, fun atmosphere, man. Shout out to the Pistons.
Shout out Lindsey Hunter, friend of the network for sure. But and this is from Dante, not 151. Thank you so much for the super chat. Here's a fun stat: the Hawks finished going 6 of 38 from three, while the Pistons went 12 of 34 from three. The only thing I will say that the Pistons need to improve on is not giving up turnovers late into the game, and that's fair. But yeah, you saw the Hawks last night. You saw. And a lot of this was them having a cold shooting night, but a lot of it was just the defense that the Pistons were playing on the perimeter. You saw DeAndre Hunter and Bogdanovic they were awful from three. They played maybe their worst games of the season. Seriously.
Yeah,
like, Bogdanovic is good. DeAndre Hunter's a damn good player. He was awful last night. And the Hawks were awful from three, yes.
Bro, the Pistons have just been playing better defense. Their differential and their points per game given up, I believe is both top 7 in the East right now. So it coincides effectively with where we see them ranked 6th seed right now. And I see the Real K77 199 super chat. Did you read that one already?
I know.
Oh, yeah. He says, Pistons winning 50 games, book it. I know KG. He said at the beginning of the season, what was it, 40 games for you? 35? 35 games. I think I had 30 to start the season. If everything went right, I was like, hey, we'll dance in the sun. But you've been bullish on them all season. KG saw some, especially with Cade. Just when you talk about him and Grant Hill, he's definitely earning that comparison. And when you get to the playoffs, when he earns that, and he earns that All-NBA, that's when you open up the full conversation.
Oh, yeah.
Where you got to start is this. You can't start with what Cade doesn't have that Grant Hill had. You also have to look at what Cade does have that Grant Hill doesn't. Even though Grant Hill was a triple-double threat, Cade is getting triple-doubles like it's his middle name.
Absolutely.
Cade's assist totals are insane right now, even compared to Grant Hill. His numbers are more compared now to one Zeke. So it's just like, you continue this thing, and Cade is going to just continue to write his own legacy. And he wanted it this way, right here in Detroit.
Hey, you love to see it. And I love that he's finally reaping the benefits of a coach who wants to be here, of a roster which is more conducive to what he does best, the players around him, the veterans like the Malik Beasleys of the world. You love to see it. I felt so bad for him watching him last season, watching him play his ass off and continuing to have the team come up short. But this year, with the way that they've turned it around, they already have 9 more wins this season than last year. That's absolutely incredible. Whoever said that they were going to win 50, they won't. But that's more than okay. If they win 50 games, if they win 50 games, they'll pass the Knicks.
We can
get
hope.
the 3 seed.
We can hope.
There's no way.
Listen, you know how many wins Cade Cunningham has won? The most wins he has in any given season?
What's that?
23. This one and his rookie one with Jeremy Grant.
Why'd I even have to ask that? I obviously knew that.
One more stat for you. I was waiting. I was like, is he going to say it? I was waiting on the edge of my seat. But, man. All right, we got to get into the next segment.
Yes.
We definitely do. But shout out to those Detroit Pistons. Shout out to the chat family as well for engaging, man. Seeing all the Cade in the chat. We're going to have to get some type of chants or cheers going for him down at LCA. But to see the support for the Pistons and them winning is definitely epic, man. So shout out to you, chat family. Some's telling me as well, they're going to find a way to work out the 6th seed, brother.
Hey, they're going to work out the 6th seed. And if you guys need to work out, you go to Planet Fitness, of course, because it's where your